What else do you want to say, sir?
Well, when we got out, and he was looking pretty angry, and I said, "I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry," you know, and he calmed down real good. And I said to him, I says, "Let's exchange information." He says, "Well, you want me to call the police on my cell phone?" He says, "Because I don't have my proof of insurance. I have insurance," he says, "but I don't have it with me. And if I can call my wife and she can give us the information." I said, "Fine," and call. I said, "Call the police." And so he called his wife and she gave her the information over the phone. And that's when I went into my car to get. Now he states on his that it was wet and gravelly, why he couldn't stop.
Okay.
When I went inside my car to get my information, bend down, that's when it started to rain. That's the first time it started to rain.
But he was supposed to stop.
No, wait, what is your name again for the record?
Flossie McMurray.
All right.
Flossie McMurray.
Wait. Tell me your first name and spell it, please.
It's capital FLOSSIE.
F-L-O.
SSIE.
S-S-I-E, and what is your last name?
Capital W and capital MC.
M-C.
Capital M-U-R-R-Y.
M-C, capital M.
U-R-R-Y.
R-Y, McMurray, correct?
Yes.
Now, how, Ms. McMurray, are you related to this whole thing?
Because when he brought it to me, Your Honor.
To you?
Well, when he was telling me about it, I said.
No. How are you related to this? Why are
I'm
you here?
related to this because your answer is all drivers is supposed to stop on the yellow light, not move one
Do you
bit.
know Mr. McCormick?
Yes, we friends.
We're friends.
Okay, you're friends. Are you neighbors?
No.
No.
we're
Okay, you're just a friend,
Right.
right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm talking to you, Ms. McMurray.
I'm
Did you
sorry.
see the accident?
I didn't see the accident, but I read the police report.
Well, so did I. We all read the police report.
Yes, but I'm a law student, Your Honor. That's why I had to read it.
Congratulations. Where did you go to law school?
Where do you go to law school?
The University of Michigan.
Oh, geez.
And I have a BS degree in the head nurse at Receiving Hospital.
Well, you've got a lot of degrees over here, ma'am, and I'm quite impressed by all the degrees that you have, but I really think Mr. McCormick can handle this, okay?
Well, he'd been sick and he asked me to give him some help.
He's
That's
been
why I
very
did.
helpful with me in this.
All right, but you really can't represent him, Ms. McMurray. Number one, you're not licensed to practice law yet, okay?
No, you're not. I'm not.
And number two, we don't allow attorneys in court anyway, so even if you were licensed, you couldn't do it. And I think
Well,
Mr. McCormick is doing a great
Thank
job.
you.
So why don't you let him handle it? All right, Mr. McCormick,
Yes, sir.
you're suing here for $1,241.11, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, you know what? Before we get to that, let me ask you one other question. Did anybody get a ticket?
No.
Okay. How are you coming up with this money, and
May I
What's
give
going
you?
on with that?
May I show you the rundown, the bill for the? Bill?
Sure. What about insurance? What happened with that?
Well, I'm not covered under for the lease, the car lease.
You were leasing this vehicle?
Yeah, I had to lease the vehicle. And,
Okay.
The lost wages I would. And
Well, what do you mean you're not covered? Do you have to have insurance on the
oh
vehicle?
yes, of course. But
Right.
I'm just not covered for the lease of that. But I'm not suing under no fault. I'm suing under
The property
the
insurance.
property insurance law. Number section 5.
Let me see what you have. Let me see what you have.
And I also have a copy of the law, if you like.
And you also have a
Why don't
copy
you
of
bring
this
that to me too?
Give it, he wants a copy of the law. The copy of the law, where is it?
It's up at the top of that paper.
The one he's got?
This is what you see. No.
Where's the law, Mr. McCormick?
Please.
Yes, I
Ms.
wrote that
McMurray, if
down.
you're going to help Mr. McCormick, one of the first things you've got to do is make sure that he has everything in order so that it can be easily and readily presented to the judge without all of this fumbling around. Don't they teach you that in law school nowadays? Maybe not.
This is the most disorganized case. I can't believe the judge has this much patience. And by the way, Flossie W. McMurray should not be representing Mr. McCormick. She's not an attorney. Let's see what the defendant says.
Intern, what do you have to say? You keep looking for that, okay? Maybe you'll find it and you can give me the law that you want me to apply. It's there somewhere, probably. Go ahead, sir.
I came down to the police station to make a police report because my insurance required it.
Right.
Mr. McCormick was very apologetic, like the whole thing was his fault, and he was apologizing up and down. I felt real bad for him. I mean, he was talking about his health and everything, and it was just, I felt bad for him. So when I came down to the police station, they told me that they needed both of us down here in order to make the police report. So I called up Mr. McCormick and said that my insurance company requires a police report, and in order to do the police report, they need both of us down here, or down at the police station. And he said that his car was undrivable, and I offered to pick him up, bring him down here, and take him back home. And that's what I did. Now,
Pick him up from
from
where?
his house,
To the police station?
and brought him to the police station.
All right. Well,
As
when you left the scene of the accident, did he do that with you, or what?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm assuming after the accident, both of you drove away?
Yes, sir.
All
We
right.
both drove away.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was a little generous in the writing of mine because I assumed when we went down here that he was gonna get a ticket for the incident, and I didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
I mean, because, like I said, I mean, I felt real bad for him and everything, and next thing you know, we left, when I dropped him off the house, we shook hands and everything, I thought everything was cool, and he said he was just gonna pay his deductible, I mean, because it was kind of 50-50 our fault, and I agreed. I said, you know, it was just something that happened, and next thing you know, he's sending me letters. I gave them to my attorney. My attorney sat there and talked to him, tried to get him to explain, you know, that the situation just doesn't call for this need, and plus the mini tort law doesn't allow him anything over and above the $500 or anything of that nature. And then I got a letter that he was taking me to small claims court, and the first time I came here, Mr. McCormick didn't show up.
Well, that's true, we did set this aside. This was on April 24th, and I did get a letter from Mr. McCormick.
Yeah, see, it was
That-
noted, it would look like 4 o'clock instead of a 1.
Right.
The 1 looked like a 4.
Well, then
That's
my
why I
question,
wasn't
why
here.
didn't he call?
Well, he, I think was here, but by
I
the
came
time
at
he
3
got
o'clock.
here, the case was already dismissed after you left. So I just reset it because I wanted to hear both sides. That's what
Okay.
happened with that. So it's not that he didn't show up, he was here, but much later, you know, and there was a misunderstanding about the time. He was here that day. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, it was just, my attorney, just, because I was gonna take it to the next court, and he just recommended that after our insurance companies both talked to each other and said that it was both of our faults, that his insurance company wasn't gonna cover my $500 and mine wasn't gonna cover his, that it was just a 50-50 fault, and that was that. And my attorney just told me to come and explain that, and that everything would work itself out.
All right. You've given me something here, Mr. McCormick, and it's not really a copy of a law. This is a letter that you wrote to
Well, yeah, well,
Mr. Van Tim, who is an attorney possibly representing you. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct?
I have property insurance contract law here.
Let me see what you have. I guess I'm not sure how this is going to help you. I mean, you want to be reimbursed for your deductible, which I can understand, and I'm assuming the car has been fixed. Your insurance company paid for everything else, right?
Except for rental, exactly.
Well, the rental you would have to pay for.
Yes.
$422.93. Then you've got some other things here
The
too,
lost
lost wages, some miscellaneous filing fees, things like that.
Yes.